welcome to Tuesday Night Prime. This is Prime Wrestling Season 1, Episode 4. It's been a busy couple weeks. Let's get into the action though. We open up with Bully Ray and Jon Moxley backstage to a 79% here. The camera shifts as Bully Ray is going at it with Jon Moxley. The crowd simply erupts. Moxley throws Bully Ray into the wall, and the two continue to scrap up and down the halls, into tables, production areas throughout. Moxley, however, drops to a knee as he's hit from a chair by behind. The camera shifts and reveals Logan Paul, which causes the fans to erupt in boos. A few more chair shots happen until Bully lets Logan know it's time to go, for now. Alright, so the Bully Ray, Jon Moxley, and Logan Paul conundrum continues. We got some popularity boost, 3 out. A very small few were offended by the level of the violence. What else do you expect from Bully and Jon Moxley here? 79%. Alright, next up we have Morrow and JBL opening the show. They open up the show at ringside. The camera pans into the duo, first showing Dango in the ring with Breeze. Morrow and Arrow says, "Welcome to Tuesday Night Prime, the very best in professional wrestling." John Bradshaw Layfield says, "Indeed, tonight is going to be a heck of a show. We've already kicked it off with a backstage assault." The feed opens and the camera pointing to the entrance as Batista shows up on the ramp. At 87 here, Morrow and JBL doing what they do and getting us ready to start the show. Alright, we have Batista here coming out to a 98%. He's making his elaborate entrance as he's taking on Dango to open the show. And in the opening match, we have Batista defeating Dango in a 1.5 star match. 72 overall. The refereeing was good. The announcing was great. And we have, as you can see here, some bumps overall for Batista and Dango. Nothing much more than an opening bout here. As the match ends, we have Batista, basically celebrating his victory in the ring. This is going to be a very cookie-cutter show that's advancing matches and storylines briefly. This event, as the 5th show, we have a couple big segments planned, but this one is more of a professional wrestling weekly episodic television show with good in-ring performance and slow and slight, advancings in storylines. So 100%. Dave Batista, obviously, for those of you who are new to the series, this is Amazon Prime Wrestling. We're basically throwing money at everybody here. All right, to bring him back. Speaking of throwing money at everybody, we have Kurt Angle coming to Prime Wrestling. We're still waiting for the Olympic hero to debut here in Prime. When is it going to be? Pretty soon, but this is only the 4th episode, so stay with us. 100% Kurt Angle coming soon. All right, next up we have Manus Black defeating Biff Busick in, it's 15 minutes. So we'll say about around 15 minutes. 3-star match quality. Kyoto was good. The announcing ring lifted the show, obviously. And Manus Black, formerly Aleister Black, formerly Malachi Black, with the victory here. Obviously, sticking with the M and B. Play on words. Manus Black with the victory here. 3-star. After the Black, we have Manus celebrating in the ring after winning via pinfall, 79%, and we're slowly tricking up the popularity here. Alright, next up we have Rey Mysterio in the back. The camera finds the Prime Wrestling World Champion Rey talking in the back with Johnny Prime. Johnny says, "You know me for years, Rey. If I wanted to attack you, I'd just come attack you. Not saying I would, but I mean, come on, lights, not my deal." This, of course, referring to the main event last week where Mysterio defeated Prime and the lights went out after the fact. "Yeah, Vato, I agree. This stuff just has my brain twisted." Upswalk Mustafa Ali, he says, "That's called old age, Ray." Ray smirks. Ali says, "How about you give me a chance to put you out of your misery, out to pasture. Just go quietly into the night." Alright. Rey Mysterio looks around. Johnny steps up, and Johnny says, "How about..." Ray cuts off Johnny. Ray says, "Appreciate it, Johnny, but I feel like competing. You're on." The camera ends the feed with Mustafa Ali smirking, glaring at the championship before fading out on Rey Mysterio. So again, Mysterio and Prime talking about last week, the lights going out. Mustafa Ali makes his debut here in Prime and challenges Rey Mysterio to an opening or to a contest tonight. 70% overall. I find it interesting that the star power of Johnny Prime added to the story beat, but the star power of Rey Mysterio Jr. did nothing here. That's alright. What I meant to add, we were waiting because a new update was coming out from Pro Wrestling Sim, and we got networks now into the game, so we're on Prime. So, I mean, not really a big thing as what you guys are watching, but it's a pretty big thing in terms of earning money and revenue for us, so we're kind of excited for the addition to the game. 73 here. Alright, next up we have Braun defeating Brian Myers with Chelsea Green and Matt Cardona. 2-star match. We got some bumps throughout. Brian Myers obviously taking the back-to-back loss after last week facing Braun and running away. This was the match, obviously, that Matt Cardona got him booked into last week. He wasn't too happy about it, but hey, the major players here still feuding with Braun, if you will, excuse me. And we'll see where it goes. 2-star match, Braun. This was really to put him over 71% overall. All right, and we have AJ Mendez. That's right. Like I said, we opened up the bag. She's making her debut next. And her good looks added to this review. I actually don't find her attractive, but that's all right. All right, she's going to take on Nixon Newell here. And shocking, she gets the victory. 2.5-star match. The good looks of Nixon added to the match. But I see, it's interesting here. So AJ got the good looks backstage, but when they compare him with Nixon, we don't get that for her in the notes. Regardless, both of which went up here. 2.5-star match. Pretty good, 74% overall. All right, next up, we're getting a video where Private Party and the Motor City Machine Guns next week. We're going to see Prime Wrestling Tag Team Champions take on Motor City Machine Guns. Only it's 55% here. We did get popularity throughout. As you can see, we have everyone on here just to get them into the segment. Morrow and JBL hyping the match where Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley will take on Mark Quinn and Isaiah Cassidy. All right, next backstage, we get a hype video for next week as Brian Myers pushed forward and got it. He'll be taking on Matt Cardona. So 100% here. Boosts throughout. Braun Strowman, really a big star here. Very, very good Braun adding to the segment. 100%. All right, next up, we have Rey Mysterio and Mustafa Ali in our main event. A 3.5-star match of the night. 80% overall, which I'm not shocked. These two can absolutely go. Both of which got popularity bumps throughout. Latin America, Asia, and Africa. I don't know if they don't have a TV deal or they're just not getting bumps. I'm not sure. I'll have to go check into that, but 83.5-star. Cannot complain there. All right, after the match here, the declared winner, Rey Mysterio, is handed back his championship, and the lights go out and go all black again. Loud confusion spreads, and when the lights come back on, Rey Mysterio's out cold again. Mustafa Ali is just sitting, though, on top of the turnbuckle, unlike Johnny Prime last week, unharmed. The camera focuses on Ali, and then the show fades out. Or does it? As the show's fading out, the camera crew's running backstage, and we shift and see Bully Ray backstage with Logan Paul. Out of nowhere comes Jon Moxley, who attacks the duo with a chair, the same chair that he was beat on earlier in the show. Moxley swings at Paul, but Paul moves. Bully shoves Moxley from behind into a nearby car before grabbing onto Paul and shoving him into a nearby town car, which was waiting for them. The two speed away, 78% overall. Segment is not nearly over yet, the program that is. Let's see what the show ended with. All right, a 79%. Not too bad. Oceania went 0.02 up. Europe and North America went up. So we're going to continue working on here in Prime, get this bad boy posted. And until next time, it's me, Mikey Bro, wishing you a glorious rest of your day. And you will not have to wait 3 weeks for the next episode. Like I said, it's been a real busy couple weeks, guys. But until then, have a great one.